Good evening, my wonderful friends, and welcome to today's Sunday special. In today's Sunday special, I am coming to classify pastors who are pastors and pastors who are beggars and trying to get money from you, and that is all their motive and intention is. And such people we have to be wary of and avoid giving them a dime. Now, the first commandment after God commanded Adam and Eve to not to eat the fruit, the first commandment God gave Adam and Eve was they should increase and multiply and replenish the earth. After they ate that fruit, God told Adam that from his own sweat he will eat bread. From his own sweat he will eat bread. Every man is supposed to labor with his hands to take care of himself and then those around him. It is wrong for any man to depend on another person for his welfare or his upkeep, unless that person is handicapped in the sense that you cannot technically walk. Either you're sick, you're bedridden, you cannot walk anymore, and so you may depend on others for your welfare. But other than that, every man must work to take care of himself. Preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ or being a missionary, it is not work. It is not work. When Jesus Christ was on earth, he didn't go around taxing people or begging people for food for what he will eat or what he will drink. Even when he was asked to pay his tax, he told them to go and fish and that they will catch a coin in the mouth of the fish and they should pay. And that was when he taught them, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give unto God what belongs to God. Any man of God who claims to be a man of God but does not work to take care of himself but depends on asking members for money for his upkeep is a false man of God. Many of them are seen coming to preach to us in vehicles when we are about to travel. This category of preachers, majority of them are just businessmen or women. All they have come to do is to beg. They keep targeting the time that people are going to travel. They enter their bus and they start preaching to them. They pray as if they love God. They say, God, cover the engine, cover the tire, cover everywhere. All they want is money. At the end of the day, they start asking people for money. If you like what you are hearing, if you want to support the ministry, sow a seed. Sow a seed. Don't give them a dime. There won't be any accident because you didn't give them money, and nothing will happen to your business because you didn't give them money. You realize that when they start praying, they start mentioning certain favors for those that have actually given them something. At the end of the day, they jump out of the car with whatever they have gathered to go and enter the next vehicle and do the same thing. And many of them have successfully made a lot of money from that enterprise. And then they will go and tell their friends or their brothers who are not doing anything, why are you idle when there is a job for you to do? Simply come and preach to people in the bus stations or that are traveling. Tell them that the journey will be smooth. Tell them that nothing will happen on the way. And then you will ask them to now sow a seed. When people ask you to sow a seed, run from such people. My friends, if you want to sow a seed, go and find a farm, go and find a land, farm on it, sow a seed, and then things will change for you. The other category of pastors that you should never give money are those that before you see them, you must pay consultation fee. Or when you go to their churches, you must pay some money before you be given access to them. This category of people, do not give them a dime. Giving them money is as well as wasting your money because they have nothing to offer. I tell people the story about Elijah. When Elijah was a prophet, when he was on earth, either Elijah or Elisha, the one that cured Naaman. Naaman went and brought gifts for this prophet of God, but the prophet of God rejected all those gifts. He rejected all those gifts because you cannot use the name of the things of God for merchandise. You cannot do that. But what these people do is assume the role of the man of God and start exploiting you and taking money from you. Chuks says, you don't know what you are saying. Okay, correct me where I've made a mistake. And that set of pastors that you should never give money are those that will tell you that they need money for deliverance in your family. Before they pray for you, they need money. And then sometimes they will tell you that that money will be for items that they will use in prayer. You don't need any item. What item do you use? When Jesus Christ was on earth, How many people did he take money from before he could pray for them? None. Not one person. We remember the story about a young child that died. Jesus Christ said, Tale takumi, little child or little damsel, arise. He did not take any money from them. Even when Peter and Paul met somebody at the temple gate, they said to the young man, silver and gold we have none, but in the name of Jesus, rise up and walk. They did not take money from the person, and they also did not do what? Give money. But they healed the person, and the person was able to walk. Pastors who collect money from members of their church, but refuse to work. If you own a church, you're supposed to work. That church is not work. Your work, either you be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or a carpenter or a bricklayer, you must find a different thing other than preaching that is your work. So that when everybody will leave their labor, okay, we all leave our labor, we go and listen to the preacher. The preacher, after preaching, the preacher too will go back to his labor so he can take care of his family. That is the way it is supposed to be. The apostles of Jesus Christ were fishermen, and it was in the time that they were casting their nets inside the fish, into the sea, that he went and called them to become his followers. And even though they started following him, they were still fishing. Many times you hear the story when Jesus Christ told them, peace be still, because they were traveling, and what happened? The tempest rose, the wind was fierce, and then they were shouting. These people did not depend on another person for the welfare of themselves and that of their family. Stop giving pastors money. If you don't be afraid to decline, don't be afraid to do what to decline. Many of us do not function with budgets. Yes, we don't have a budget in our lives. So money comes, money goes. We don't really account for it. When you have a proper budget, you will know that money is difficult to come by, and the little you have, you must cherish it and treasure it and use it for meaningful things. Many of us refuse to take care of our parents or our brothers and sisters, immediate members of our family, but we go and take care of pastors, giving them money, whereas our own brothers and sisters even need help from us. Whereas charity begins at home. You go and give your money to the pastor takes care of his own family with the money he has taken from you, because easy comes, easy goes. He didn't labor for the money. All he needs to do is say, 100 people sow seed upon 1,000, 10,000. Anytime you go to any church and they start saying, we need 5 people to sow seed, 10 people to sow seed, run from there. One other sign for you to know a fake church is that they recognize rich people, give them special chairs either in front or at the altar, and the poor people, they don't care about them. Any church that discriminates against its members, that does not play an equal level ground for everybody, is not the true church. Take notes and don't give your money to them. Because the church of Jesus Christ is supposed to be one. Nobody is greater than the other. They are all followers of Jesus Christ, fellow citizens in the kingdom of God, and so they should not discriminate against some people. When you go to some churches, they will not treat you with respect because they see. Yes, I will come back. The next video will be about that. Because the next time you go to a church, you see that they will see and recognize a rich man more, and then the poor man, they will not care about the poor man. They discriminate against people based on their financial means and capacity. That is wrong. Stop giving pastors money. If you want to do the right thing with the money that you have, take care of the needy, take care of the poor, take care of the widows, take care of those that are naked, take care of those that are sick. Because at the last day, these are people that matter. It will be said to you, when I was sick, you took care of me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was hungry, you fed me. And when I was thirsty, you gave me water. But for all these people that come in the name of God and they want to take money from you, stop giving them money. Encourage them to go and find an honest work to do. With that honest work, they will take care of themselves and take care of their family and stop embarrassing the gospel of Jesus Christ with too much begging. Yes. They are beggars, they are not pastors. A true servant of God takes care of himself, is independent, because there is dignity in labor. Even God, our Father in heaven, who created the heaven and earth, labored, and he went and rested after 6 days of labor. Why will someone who claims to be following him not labor? Abraham was a very rich man, even though he's a great man of faith, but he labored with his hands. He was a farmer, he had cattle, he was rearing them. Joseph, Jacob, all these men of God were all servants of God. They were working hard. Even Moses, they labored with their hands. But today you see them dress very expensive, buy expensive cars, demand private jets from their members, make unnecessary demands about certain buildings they want to build because they feel that it is their right. They have a sense of entitlement. Fake pastors everywhere, deceiving human beings, deceiving fellow Nigerians, and taking the little money that they have. Don't be afraid to decline and tell them, I will not give you anything if they force you. They try to manipulate you with threats. They try to manipulate you with sweet words. Cast your bread upon the waters, and after 7 days of these days, it will be this and it will be that. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. If you have a business you're doing, be honest in your business. Be hardworking. Be committed to it. Your business will prosper. Your prosperity in your business has nothing to do with any prayer by anybody. Pray to God. You are a child of God. You have the same right like any other human being to pray to God, and He will answer your prayer because we are His children. Excuse me. So don't be afraid to call upon your Father in heaven. If you have need, don't depend on somebody else to pray for you. You have equal access to Jesus Christ and God the same way that everybody has. And He wants you to talk to Him. And He wants to hear your complaints. Stop giving these people money. Stop giving them money. Because that money you're giving them, they didn't deserve it. They don't deserve it. There is a way to get money. You have to work hard. Sweat like God commanded Adam. And then you earn your bread. And then you eat. That is what every man should do. And stop taking advantage of people because you think that you're a man of God. It is wrong. Don't do that. Stop exploiting the poor. Especially, it is even the poor that they deceive the most. Very unfortunate situation. Thank you very much for watching. I will come back later on and we'll talk about other matters. My name remains Chuks Ineh. Share this video. Bye-bye.